Dominic helping my students with Tracing Turtle Graphics Worksheet 1. Assume that your turtle pen starts at 0, 0, which is what always happens with turtle graphics. And I only show you part of the large screen that would show up in the world of turtle graphics. This is the point 0, 0 right here, and that's where the turtle begins. I named my turtle pen instead of other names like, say, Tina or Black Pen. Just pen is fine. But with those two lines of code executed, I now have a pen that's down and it's at the point 0, 0. Okay, well, the next line of code says pen.go to 100, 0. You should know that the first number in a set of parentheses is always the x and the second number is always the y. The x-axis is this line that goes horizontally sideways. The y-axis is the up and down direction in the world of geometry. And the point 100, 0 means go to 100 on the x-axis. So for example, Elizabeth, that would be this 100 right here, not this 100 right here, because that's the 100 that's on the y-axis. You know, this is the 90, this is the 80, this is the 70. These are by tens. Well, anyway, that's the 100 that's on the x-axis. So that kind of relates to this. This 0 that I'm putting a rectangle around, that's the 0 right here. So this circled 100 kind of relates to this on the x-axis. But between the 0, 50, and 100 that's up and down, that 0 is that point. I need to now go to where this line intersects with this up and down line, and that would be this point right here. That's the point 100, 0. So it should be labeled that dot. Make a nice little dot with your pencil, and I've now executed that line of code. But because the pen was down, and because we really started at 0, 0, a slime trail, kind of like a snail, you know, slime trail, or basically just a black mark, a black line, was drawn from this point 0, 0, which I should label also to be very clear. This dot right here is the point 0, 0. I now have that connection, and with a ruler, you should be doing this at home as homework and being more neat than I am on this, in this mouse drawing that I'm using. Next line of code, pen.go to 100, 100. The point 100 on the x-axis is right here. The point 100 on the y-axis is this 100 here. Those 2 points intersect, those 2 lines intersect right here. So that dot is really this point right here. And I should label that 100, 100. So the teacher or my boss at work knows that I understand GPS or other types of coordinate systems. And because of the pen being down, a line was just drawn like a snail trail at some like slow animation speed. It went from there to there. That's how Python, the computer language Python, that's how it works. Next, pen.go to 0, 100. 0 is the x, which would be this 0 right here. This 100 right here is this 100 on the y-axis, because it's the second number after the comma. So that point of intersection between those 2 lines would be right here. And that point should be labeled 0, 100. Don't confuse the point 0, 100 with the former point that we circled in, 100, 0. Because this is the x 100. This right here is the y 100. Anyway, a line was just connected there. And now I have only one more line of code to execute and map out and do what we call tracing code. 0, 0. 0, 0 is this point right here where it all started. And the line would go from top down if we watched this in our Python software or at the website Replit this year that we're using. That is the final answer with the correct coordinates that are labeled for full credit. Moving on to number 2. We're starting at 0, 0 in number 2, but first we're going to 50, 0. which would be this point right here. Then we're going to 50, 100. The 50 is on the x-axis. Then you go up to where the 100 is on the y-axis. This point right here, be very accurate. It's right here on that little kind of T. And the line would come right up here like that. Don't forget, that line was drawn already. We only have one more point to execute, one more line of code to execute here, 100, 100, which would be this point right here. For full credit, label these points in this video. I don't want everybody copying me. There needs to be something for students to do. So that should have 100, 100 next to it. This should have 50, 100 somewhere near it. This should have 50, 0 somewhere near it. And this should have 0, 0. Last of all, number 3. 50, 0 would be this again. And the line would connect between 0, 0 and that. Then we go to 50, 50. 50, 50 is smack in the middle of this graph paper. 50, 50, right there. The line would go from bottom up. Then we go to 150, which would be over here 100, up to here 50. That line would be connected. Then finally 100, 100, which again is the top right corner, just like it was up there. That looks like a set of steps to me. Well, one step. It's not really a letter. It's not somebody's initial. It's just a crazy diagram that I chose to build into exercise 3. Label these for full credit. If you have any questions, see me for extra help. Or, oh, we still have, oh my, we have 3 more exercises to do in this worksheet. Wow. Okay, well, let's take a look. Oh, let's do number 4 because the pen goes up right away. We start at 0, 0 in number 4, but because the pen up is typed out here, we don't leave a snail trail, a slime trail to the next point. 100, 0 would be here, but there's no line. Now that we put the pen down next, the pen is down right here at the point 100, 0. So wherever we go next, there will be a line. Okay, the next point that we're going to after pen down is 100, 100, which is this top right corner. So there will be a line there. And then to 0, 100, which would be 0 up to 100, which would be right here. So the line connects there. And then we go to 0, 0, which is that corner point. So it's the letter N, a very simple N. Lowercase n, I guess. Label these three remaining points for full credit. And last of all, there's a pen up and pen down here. I don't know, I'm not doing all these exercises for you, but just notice that there's going to be somewhere your pen's up. And in number 6, there's a pen up, a pen down, another pen up, another pen down. Ooh, that's going to be complicated. But I'm still sticking with 50 and 100 as all the corner points, so it shouldn't be too hard. Okay, have a great day. See me for extra help, or you could even type this code into a blank Python code window at websites like Replit, repl.it if you're following me from home as a homeschooled student, or the program Thonny that here at Why Missing we will be using on the Macintosh computers in room 311 later in a month or 2. There are plenty of places you could type this code in to see proof that these are the answers.